Welcome to Northwest Arkansas. We are here live at the 2025 Lifetime Grand Prix. Some impending storms you can see outside. It's a little bit damp out there. The weather god's not going to smile on our area out here today.
If you haven't heard, everybody's rolling 50 miles today. Due to inclement weather, everybody is rolling 50 miles today. Really? Yeah.
I was just warming up, and I think like 10 minutes before the start, I asked the team and I was like, has there been an update? And they're like, yep, 50. I was like, oh yeah. I pretty much know what to do.
When I found out it's gonna be a shorter one, I was just like, oh yeah, now I have like 3 different kind of plugs. I have like 3 tubes. I have like a lot of carbs. I'm overloaded. What should I do?
I was honestly pretty excited. I mean, it was gonna be a bit different dynamic, just full gas in the gun. I was just excited for the carnage and just the high speeds and yeah, the real tight dynamics.
The camera flying to get out of the way of the downhills because we're going down like so much quicker than them.
Big Sugar is always the big final. It's everyone's wanting to get a result here if you haven't won a lifetime race, and obviously I haven't, so there was a lot of motivation, but also quite a lot of uncertainty because at Little Sugar I tore up my knee pretty good. Had to get a bunch of stitches. I didn't ride for the first half of the week basically. And then all this weather stuff started happening, and I heard this morning it was 50 miles. I was like, just go as hard as you freaking can until there's no one left.
We've got so many potential scenarios for who could win the overall. I mean, it's not a lock for Keegan Swenson. You know, Simone Pellaud, Cam Jones, who's had some phenomenal rides, and then Torbjørn Røed, also very much in the mix.
The way it shook up all season meant that the final race was basically a winner takes all between the top 4 riders in the overall.
Keegan Swenson looking to take another overall title here. He's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, it's been a tense week for me. I've been in such a stress all week long. Like really, I could feel my hand shaking, like, you know.
You had Simone, Cam, Keegan and Toby all kind of like for that overall, and I knew that would kind of create a little bit of negative racing.
Certainly over the last 48 hours, I've felt a lot more nerves than I usually do going into a race just because there's so much on the line.
It's the 2025 Lifetime Big Sugar Gravel presented by Kenetik.
As soon as the lead vehicles pull out of the way and the race is truly underway, we are going to see someone going to the front of this race, and they're going to lay down the gas right away.
The second it gets on the gas, it's going to be a big challenge to move up here.
In the neutral, there was pushing and barging, and I was like, oh gosh. We obviously had those gravel descent and then a climb and then another descent, and I was like, I just want to be at least top 5 minimum.
I fought for position for the first downhill because I knew if you crash, massive crash, you know, you can lose everything there.
As long as you stayed upright, the start, everyone's got fresh legs.
You don't want to end your race there already. So I just went full gas into that thing and just kept it on. As we kind of exited the gravel onto that pavement section, Cam put in a really big attack and it kind of just strung everything out.
Yeah, the eventual break of the day sort of rolled over top. I was still near the front, so I just sat up and like my mate's up the road, I'm not doing anything.
And Riley, Matt Wilson, and I think Alex Wild was there for a little bit. Yeah, then that was it.
Yeah, breakaway went out the road pretty early, and actually we didn't care so much. The train was gone. Matt, when it goes forever.
We wondered how he recovered from his crash and some stitches last week, I believe on his knee at Little Sugar. Kind of answers our question. He's feeling pretty good right now.
there were moves going all the time. There are a lot of times when all of us in the overall would just sit up and not bother to chase moves. But then when there were pinch points like the climbs and some technical corners, we'd all try and attack each other, and that would bring back most of the little moves that went.
We knew that the breakaway will go, and we knew that we will be neutralizing each other between Toby, Cam, and Keegan. Every time that one of us will go, the other three will chase, you know.
Matt Beers, Riley Amos, and Mr. Wilson out there driving the train right now.
Matt Wilson, I know, is a understated weapon. Like, I know, chatting to Cam a lot, and I know that they train together all the time, and Cam was telling me that dude's just on form. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. And then obviously Riley races World Cups. Like, I didn't know 2 hours could maybe be a little long for him, but for 90 minutes, he's going to be full gas strong. So I was like, it's perfect.
That's quite the gap going into this. These guys have exactly what they need to make it. So if you're closing this gap at this point, you're not stopping in this aid station, and you are firing on through.
Tell you what, I'm enamored with how fast we're going. About an hour and 10 minutes of race time as they hit that one tech zone, that feed zone on the course. 29.7 miles in an hour and 10 minutes. We're getting word that just about a 2-minute gap right now.
There's going to be always a moment where you're going to feel like, oh man, like how do we sustain this? I've done it a lot. Like, a lot of the races back home, I go solo and for like 3-4 hours. So I really know how to gauge that effort, and obviously racing Cape Epic, we go full gas for 3 hours like that every day for 8 days. Yeah, you just gotta go really uncomfortable for like probably 20 minutes, get that elastic to snap, and then just settle in at a nasty pace.
Torbjørn Røed, his day is not what he wanted. He was cramping.
After the feed zone was the hardest moment of the race, you know, with the field crossing, the steep, and then the up and down on the road, and then the longest climb of the day.
This Grand Prix race is in a peloton together. Keegan doing his thing to stay right where he needs to be, and for Simone Pellaud to be in this group right now is perfect. They know the Grand Prix title is on the line for today.
We tried with Keegan to really put the hammer down there. We went, actually, the three of us with Alexei Vermeulen too. We split the group, and Cam was dropped. But it just went into more of this negative racing once we came back together, you know. Every time we reached the top of every climb, I was just pushing a little bit extra, you know, because I wanted to make it hard also for the biggest guy around.
I think the whole day I was content to let it come down to a sprint. I backed my sprinting abilities enough, and I knew that I was well positioned enough all day that I was using as little effort out there to get around to the finish.
Yeah, so Matt and I, we dropped Riley, like one of the dirt kickers at like hour 30 in. Yeah, Matt and I then just started hammering. He was definitely riding well, and yeah, just before the little new single track section, it's kind of a janky gravel road. Obviously reconning it, I kind of stopped and had a look there and was like, man, this could eat you if you're not careful. I heard something, but I thought it was a motor, and then I carried on, and then yeah, they said he had a problem, and I was like, oh, he must have flattered or something, but I didn't know to what extent. That was my chance. Like, I don't like to win like that. I mean, he was having a great ride, and it would have been a great battle. But yeah, this is how it goes. You got to just take the opportunity, and I knew it suited me.
Matt Beers now officially by himself.
I didn't quite know, because there wasn't like any really communication at all. We never knew a time gap the whole day. So I was just put my head down and didn't believe it until like I did the like right, left, and I was like, oh, okay, this is nice.
The man out of South Africa had a rough day last weekend at Little Sugar, but he's going to make amends here today in Big Sugar Gravel. Your winner, the final stop of the Grand Prix this year, Matt Beers across the line.
It was really cool. Like, I've just been wanting to get one of these wins for now 3 years, a lifetime. And always been pretty close, you know, a few seconds and like always just there. This is the opportunity to win, and we have to just, at all costs, try and make it happen. Yeah, it was cool. It's not often that it all works out and it all comes together like that.
I don't know. Was it just Matt? Yeah.
Weird.
A second.
When I chased a move with the mats, and I looked back and we had a gap, I just knew that it was going to be a hell of a day. And that first 30 minutes was probably the most painful 30 minutes of my entire life.
We absolutely see that rain really coming down as the riders making their way back into town here.
The last significant climb, like up to the underpass, like Keegan and Alexi, they went to the front and rode as hard as they could. I was able to stay on terms with them, and then once it never really split up over the top, then everyone kind of just coasted down and it came back together.
So it's really tight. It's a season of hard work, like that can go out forever.
The last hill coming into town, there were no real fireworks there. It was just keeping position, and then coming onto the main street sprint, I think Torbjørn had a pretty good lead out. Keegan opened it up first, and I went straight onto his wheel and came around him. And it was quite a long way to the finish once I sort of did stick my nose into the front, but just with, I think it was like a 10k sprint, there's so much on the line, then you find that little bit extra.
Into the line here, they are spread out across the road, and who's going to be taking that one on the line?
I knew all the people that I had to beat were behind me, and so there was still a moment of disbelief, like winning the whole series is something I never dreamed would be possible.
You got it. Yeah, boy!
Oh, fuck it out of the way. Woo!
Awesome, bro. Keep it season.
I was here to win, but with the condition we had today, with the course we had today, with the bunch sprint in the end, I can't be nothing but happy about that.
My dad came over from New Zealand to watch this race, and my girlfriend was here. It's the first Grand Prix race she's come to, so pretty awesome to celebrate with them and all the other New Zealand people that we're staying with.
I'm so happy for you. Yeah, thanks, bro. Congrats, man. So good. So good.
It just all went to the line, and super close. I think just behind Simo for me, Cam on the front, and Keegan right behind me. So I think I stayed fourth overall.
To get into the series eventually and sort of write my own story has been pretty cool. I know there's a lot of people back home that are super excited, and I was just glad to put on a show for today and the whole season.
The series itself is still quite niche in a sense, but like everyone knows about it. Obviously the races within the series are some of the biggest in the world. I mean, that says enough, you know.
Yeah, like I've followed the Grand Prix with lots of interest over the last few years and seen all the incredible content and stories come out of it.
To feel the atmosphere, to feel also all the expo side, all the brands pushing behind us. It's been a great season here.